Okay, Bethesda Game Studios and Virtuos. Prevents. Well, nice screen, whatever it is. Oh, the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered. Well, that's good to know. Like it was last summer. Okay, I am your poorly aging, sarcastic PC witty gamer, continuing in Season 5, and that's a good thing. It means I like this game. So, I am playing Illiel, a wood elf, mage, coward, and finally on level 2. I say finally, and for people who have been following my progress, you don't need to hear this as much as anybody else. But the reason I say finally is because I have mods in which drastically slow down my leveling speed. Why do I have this? So that I have a feeling of accomplishment when I actually do level. It just was too easy in the vanilla 2006 game to level up. I want it to feel like an accomplishment. It wasn't feeling like an accomplishment. And so it is now modded to be an incredible accomplishment. I don't know why I'm in this ruin. I don't remember why. That's why I... Isn't that where I just was? We might have to look at the quest log. You're welcome. And remember, if I kill you in a game, you deserve it. How you doing, zombie? Powerful magic is preventing me from going further. I should tell of my findings to Illiel. Who's Illiel? Well, obviously somebody who's not here. I'm trying to get reacquainted as quickly as I can. I think this is a mod added by... Well, added by me, but the mod would be... one of those infinitum mods. The ones I talk about a lot. Which are the reason that I'm playing a modded version of the game in the first place. For anybody who doesn't follow my every movement, when I got this remaster, I vowed that I would play it vanilla, unmodded, that I would never mod this game. And by modding, I mean just playing it modded, because as far as I can recall, I've never written a mod myself for this particular game. Maybe I have, but if I did, it would have been something very light and easy.
Who's there?
I have, however, added other people's mods to the game. Like thousands of them, and if you want to count the 2006 game, well then at least tens of thousands of mods I have added. So like, I haven't been able to keep that promise. Before it was even installed on my system, as far as I can remember, because it was, for people who don't know or don't remember, it was shadow dropped. So we had heard rumors for years that Oblivion was going to be remastered. But Bethesda themselves were silent on it. They just let the speculation happen, which is fine. It's their product. They can do what they want with it. And so then there was one of the gaming conventions or whatever you'd call it. I believe that was the time. I'd have to look. But anyway, they not only announced it, but they said you can download it now. Well, a whole lot of us, I want to say millions, but I don't know for sure. A whole lot of us went and downloaded it right away. Now, there were either people who had gotten it early, or they were extremely fast, because now I have a gigabit speed internet connection, and pretty much before I could get Oblivion Remastered downloaded and installed, there were mods for it. And even though I didn't use them, I read their descriptions and thought about it. And I think I probably thought too hard about it, because I would go to Nexus several times a day and look at the new mods. See what they were and all that. And I was having a rough time with vanilla Oblivion Remastered. In other words, it was crashing. It had stuttering issues. It had all sorts of things. And I think that kind of put me over the edge too. What I mean by that is, I wasn't at all afraid that my adding mods to the game would make it more unstable, because it was already so unstable that I was considering not playing it. And the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion is one of the games I have played more than anything else. And I considered getting a refund for it, for the remaster. That's how bad it was. Vanilla. Then I saw, I wish I could remember the modder's name. I could go look it up, but I'm trying to play a game right now. That he had created a mod where essentially you would get the My J's Guild quest forever. And that intrigued me, because I really, really, really like the guilds in these games. Probably more than the main quest. Certainly more than any end game content. And I'm not saying there isn't good end game content in their games. I just happen to prefer starting a new character fresh. They haven't made any good decisions or bad decisions. They're not powerful in any skill. They don't have the best weapon or armor. Now, whether that's true or not, what I mean by that is it could be the placebo effect. Because remember, the world levels with you. So
I know what you're talking about. I don't even try.
But
I just
in
keep
the basement
going
hiding.
until I drop.
It's possible. Well, maybe she got out and she's looking for you too.
is this who I'm supposed to talk to? Oh, there, yeah. Illiel.
Why have our gods forsaken us?
There's only one God.
By Akatosh's grace. What you describe is a time wound.
Right.
A few years ago, an Elder Scroll was stolen from my order. Only this relic would be powerful enough to pervert the laws of Mundus to this extent. You must retrieve it at all costs, hero. The time wound has not fully opened yet. I will give you the Order's blessing. This should allow you to breach the barrier, but the rest is up to you. Be wary, hero. Whoever is behind this will be a force to be reckoned with.
So, I was so intrigued by reading
You two.
his description of his mod. And he had one for the Fighters Guild as well. That I decided to play the game with mods. I just had to play those mods. This was a great compliment to him. And his mods required other mods in order for them to work. So I got those together, and I noticed by then that there was the preliminary basics of a unofficial patch for the game to start getting to work on fixing the issues in it. So I downloaded, first it was just the Fighters Guild version of the Infinitum, or however you say that, and the MyJ's Guild version. And so I downloaded those two mods, carefully installed the prerequisites for them, and I played with just those two mods and their prerequisites. And I don't remember whether the unofficial patch was one of the prerequisites or not at that time. But modding is addictive. So I kept going to Nexus every day where I get my mods. And I told myself that I was still not going to play a fully modded Oblivion Remastered. And so I convinced myself I was just looking to make sure if there was any updates to the Infinitum mods. The ones that let me play quests from the MyJ's Guild forever and quests from the Fighters Guild forever. And of course, I was reading the descriptions of other mods, and mod authors are good at describing their stuff and making you want it. They described the stuff and made me want it. What city is that I'm looking at? I must be looking at Anvil. So I ended up getting more mods, and there were some really good ones. So, about a week ago, I had well over 300 mods. I think you can only have 255 ESPs. It might be a combination of ESP and ESMs. But in either case, well, first of all, not every mod is in ESP format. I think ESP just, in this case, just means Elder Scrolls plugin. And ESM, I think, just means Elder Scrolls Master. Although, if I remember correctly, those formats are used in Fallout 3000 and Fallout New Vegas as well. But anyway, so I was running over 300 mods, and as you can imagine, having all sorts of trouble with it. Now, good mods are so good. This is why I told you I don't know whether the one I'm working on is in Oblivion Remastered or not. Because good mods just fit seamlessly into the architecture of the game you're playing. In other words, they don't feel different from the game. At least the kinds of mods I like. They're designed to fit right in. I can't believe I'm stupid enough to keep doing this quest, because I really hated this location the last time we were here. The fact that the quest giver we just talked to was speaking to us out loud makes me think he's part of the regular Elder Scrolls Oblivion game. Even if it was like unmodded. That's empty. Yeah. I don't know if that modder or any modder has put new dialogue into any of the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. What I was reading when I was looking at companions the other day is they were saying, and I don't know how old their comments were, of course, but they were saying that some were saying it's impossible to put new voices in any mod. And they meant right now, of course. And others were saying it was just so difficult that it wasn't worth doing. Illiel's blessing allowed me to go past the magic that blocked me. Time to face whoever is messing with time itself. By the way, I haven't seen any messing of time itself, have you? So we just kind of have to take their word. And that's what I've been warning you about in this game. People say all kinds of things in this game that the rest of the game says is just not true. So Boris only wants to He only wants to guard the Emperor and keep the Emperor safe. Well, I showed you that's not true. Okay, I don't see any quest pointer. I'm not saying there needs to be a quest pointer for every quest, but I'm kind of lost, and maybe I'm supposed to be lost, I don't know. But I'm kind of lost as to where I'm supposed to go or what I'm supposed to do. I kind of imagined that once I got through that barrier that, you know, I'd be attacked by 17 unkillable humans and or beasts and all of that. And as we can see, that has not happened. At least I'm keeping active. So I did some Planet Coaster 2000 in between the last time I played this and now. But I just gotta tell you, I am completely hooked on Oblivion Remastered. And I think you figured that out. I'm watching videos of people who played the original thousands of hours like I did. And they have given up on this game because of its shortcomings. I took the Elder Scroll from the Lich. I must keep it with me at all times and bring it back to Illiel as soon as possible. Okay, I'd be happy to do that. I think I was watching, I'm pretty sure it was Mr. Maddie, who is one of the YouTube content creators that I watch. And he completely stopped playing Oblivion Remastered very shortly after it came out. He just kind of felt like he had played it for thousands of hours, the original Oblivion. And so there just wasn't any, you know, with there being other games out and stuff, there just wasn't any reason to put up with all the glitches. And I very much respect him, and yet, as much as I point them out and everything like that, I I'm willing to put up with the glitches. I must be, or I wouldn't be doing this today. And it's a serious addiction. I mean, yesterday I played Doom the Dark Ages. During Doom the Dark Ages, I was thinking, I want to play Oblivion Remastered. And I played Inzoi, or whatever that new life simulator is called. And during that, I was thinking, I really ought to be playing Oblivion Remastered. So I played Planet Coaster 2 today. And I'm thinking, why am I playing this? I should be playing The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion Remastered. And don't get me wrong, I like those other games. I'm not putting them down or anything. And I had fun with them. And I will play them again. Probably very frequently. I've been a gamer pretty much my whole life. And yet, Bethesda made me feel differently about gaming. In a big way. I'm never, and it's because I'm afraid of the results. I've never actually calculated how much time I've spent in their games. And I'm not saying it would be the record or anything. I don't know how to get out of this place. But roughly almost 14,000 hours in Skyrim. Just in Steam from my PC. Again, I have Skyrim also on Good Old Games, which, as far as I remember, does not log how many hours I've spent in the game. Uh, 7,000 plus hours in Oblivion. Again, just in Steam. My Good Old Games version and Xbox 360 version. As far as I do not track how much I play a game. About, I think it's around 6,000 hours in Fallout New Vegas. And dramatically less in Fallout 3, even though I played that a lot. And I think the other day I saw that I had like maybe 1,600 hours in Fallout 4000. I've never looked to see how many hours Steam would say that I've played Fallout Shelter. I was not such a fanatic about Morrowind. Even though I loved it, it always seemed clunky to me and things like that. I probably have less than 700 hours in Morrowind. And probably 200 hours conservatively in Daggerfall. I don't think I've ever played Arena that much. My recollection is I was introduced to Bethesda through the Elder Scrolls. I think it was Daggerfall. I bought an AMD graphics card, and either it came with the demo of Daggerfall, or it may have been the full game of Daggerfall. I believe. I don't think that was Morrowind. It's a long time for a poorly aged, sarcastic PC witty gamer to remember, so I hope I'm getting these facts correct. But whether it was a demo and then I bought the game, which is not how I remember it, I think it was the full game, came with the graphics card. Back then, by the way, you know, almost nobody had graphics cards, and most people didn't even understand what they were. I think my first graphics card was 5 megabytes. So that's with the Bethesda games themselves, if you don't count ZeniMax Online, id, you know, all these other companies that are somehow associated with Bethesda. So people who have subscribed and have watched a fair chunk of what's on this channel know that I do have Indiana Jones, which I call Arizona Jones. I do have Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Doom Eternal. And Doom the Dark Ages. And Wolfenstein. And Wolfenstein Youngblood. You know, when I first played, by the way, I didn't identify with the company, just so you know, in the beginning. I'm sure their logos were in things, but it wasn't personal or anything in the beginning. So, for instance, when I was playing Fallout 3, in the beginning I'm talking about, I didn't associate Fallout 3 with anything to do with the Elder Scrolls. In the beginning, I had no idea who Todd Howard was. You know, I didn't have a favorite developer or something like that. Or if I did, it would have been Sid Meier.
I felt it. The flow of time is now once more in accordance with Akatosh's rules. This is truly a heroic feat, and I feel that, with your help, we might prevail against the enemy.
Thought you might
You
say
are a
something
true
stupid
champion
like
to
that.
the nines, and you shall be rewarded. You are hereby made a paladin of the hour, and shall receive weapons and gear befitting the hero of Akatosh.
You notice this is how they manipulate you into doing their chores. They call you the chosen one, hero, champion, and all of that, and you end up doing all the stuff they're unwilling to do, either because they're too lazy or too frightened.
What do you want?
I really don't need either one, but what do you got in the way of armor?
Very well. Which category?
I always prefer light armor. Have you not paid attention to my videos?
Which light armor piece would you like?
Well, I don't know because I don't know what you got, but I'll start with a cuirass.
Here's your item, Paladin. Anything else? Here's your item, Paladin. Anything else? Sure thing. Anything else? Naturally.
Okay, so now I'll look at these and see whether they're better than whatever I've got equipped now. By clicking this, which shows the actual protection of it. So this would give 6 protection. Oh, but no, that's not what he gave me because that's heavy armor. So it looks like my Kavach cuirass is still better than what he just gave me. What he just gave me looks really nice. And the difference is only 1 point, but I don't know how much 1 point matters in, you know, when you're hard wired to not you know, level up very much and all that. So I think we should decide what we're going to do next. Let me save it. I'm surprised, you know, we got through 43 minutes of this and it's so stable. As you can see, what I've done is I fast traveled to Bruma between chapters in this podcast, and I didn't want to record me fast traveling in case, you know, I crash to the desktop or whatever. I think you've seen enough of that. But it worked just fine. No complaints, noble leader.
Greetings to you.
Is there a better person to learn heavy armor skills from than Bumf Gragash?
She seems skilled in its use. I can see why the Fighters Guild has her training others.
Farewell.
So I didn't know who Todd Howard was or anything like that. And I did like Sid Meier games. I still do, of course.
What can I do for you today?
You could tell me why your eyes look so weird.
You hear about Gerunder?
No.
He was caught stealing gold and now he's in jail. I bet our Nora's beside herself with grief.
By the way, the reason I came to Bruma is I really like Bruma. And yet I end up usually going to Anvil early on in my characters. And I spend probably the least amount of time in Bruma, even though I like the look and feel of it better than almost any other city.
Arnora and Gerunder were once a happy couple, but that's over now. I hear that he took all of their money and stashed it after he committed a robbery. He was going to skip town on Arnora, but got arrested before making good on his escape. Now she has no money left at all, poor thing.
Why are you telling this to a stranger?
The Countess is Heartland Nibenian, and so are most guildsmen and chapelmen. But most others are as Nordish as you'll find.
I don't know why you're telling me that either. Hey, Nordish, have you read any good books lately? Okay. It's my fault. I said something good about it. I remarked about how stable it was, remember? How stupid of me. You do that, it proves it's not stable. So I was talking to, is his name Olaf? I was talking to a guy in a bar in Bruma. And I clicked on...
Did you know that Bumf Gragash will train you to use heavy...
She moves really well in that armor, that's for sure.
This guy.
Uh-huh. What can I do for you today?
Oh, his name is Olaf. Okay. So I clicked on Ask About Books. So I'm going to do it again.
Ah, an excellent read. Though it's been a while since I've read it myself. Let me know how you like it.
Yeah, so he didn't actually mention a
Good
book.
journey to you.
But the last time I clicked on that, it just crashed the desktop. So we're going to have to go through the rumors again and have him tell me about Bruma.
Hafid Hollowleg says that Gerald View has been doing good business.
Oh, okay. He didn't tell us about... Well, maybe he's going to tell me here. Tell me about Bruma.
The Countess is Heartland Nibenian, and so are most guildsmen and chapelmen. But most others are as Nordish as you'll find.
Okay, so he didn't tell me anything about
So?
About that couple and the guy in jail and
You're
all
a
that.
big fat liar.
No, I'm telling the truth. You didn't tell me about that. You did last time before we crashed to the desktop.
Yeah, I get it. I doubt you really mean that. No more. You're frightening me.
I don't know which ones he doesn't like now.
That's a bit excessive, don't you think? Yes, yes, whatever you... Yeah, I get it. I doubt you really mean that.
Does that mean he doesn't like it?
Yes, yes, whatever you... You're a big fat liar.
Okay, I know he doesn't like boast.
Not bad. Not bad at all. I doubt you really mean... No more. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, no more. You're a big... I'm not buying that one.
Okay, maybe it's admire he doesn't like then. Sometimes it's
I
hard to
doubt you
tell.
really mean... Don't, please. Sure, that's cute. Was that supposed to be... You're a big... Don't... That's pretty... That's a bit excessive, don't you think? You're pathetic. Sure. Yes, yes, whatever you say. No more. Don't be silly. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not whatever. Good one. Don't be silly. Ike's, you're a That's pretty... Was that... Whatever. Yeah, I get it. I'm not buying that one. Ike's... That's pretty... Was that... Yes, not bad. Was that... Don't... Sure, that's cute.
Okay, now he's maxed out. I don't need him maxed out. I'm not sure I'm going to buy or sell anything with him, but we'll see whether I'm going to. But obviously, I'm practicing my speechcraft so that I can build it up over time. Let's see
I
what
offer
he's
the
got.
finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Now, mostly when I see a vendor, I want to unload all the stuff on him that I have no interest in keeping.
You've made a good bit of gold.
And again, I start with the lowest price things so that I get the most for the highest price things, because we've already established what he's willing to buy at. But that's all we could do, because I had already gotten rid of most of the things in my inventory
Thank you for your patronage.
that I wasn't going to use.
Good journey to you.
I think I'm going to try the potion making thing again. Okay, what do we got here? Pear, restore fatigue. Potato, restore fatigue. Pumpkin, restore fatigue. Rice, restore fatigue. And we'll call this I Ain't Tired. Now, if we see more restore fatigue, we can use it. I mean, we can go with just 3 ingredients, but if we have 4, I want to go with 4, hoping that I get more, training from it. More leveling up, more XP is what I mean. Okay. Restore elf. It's for your elf. Bang your head. I've thought about disabling the music altogether because sometimes when a game has music in it, YouTube won't show it in particular territories. Sometimes they won't show it at all. And obviously I want my videos seen to the widest number of people as possible. But there was controversy surrounding the guy who composed this soundtrack, and activists who said they should have removed the music from the game. Now,
What is it?
They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
I've heard others say the same.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
I understand Daedra worship is becoming increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle.
It seems Somerset Isle has become a much more dangerous place.
So long.
Bye.
I don't know much about the allegations against Jeremy Soule, I think his name is. I know he wasn't ever convicted of anything too rotten. And I haven't seen any of the evidence. And I did want the activists to think that I was removing the music because they have demanded that it be removed. And by the way, they're unlikely to buy the game anyway, but if they did, they could mute all the music in the game.
Yes?
And not have to worry about being offended.
Good day.
Helvi's Cecia. I do a little of this, a little of that, and I serve the nine. Praise their names.
You talk about the Supreme Court?
All I need is a roof, some bread, and blessings of the nine. Bruma's God's country, and the gods are good to me.
There's only one God. But you do have a nice attitude.
The Emperor, and his 3 sons, dead right under the noses of the Imperial Guard. It's a disgrace.
Is the Imperial Guard the same as the Blades? Because the Blades were the ones accompanying him when he...
Bye.
Forget it.
Well met. I'm Jantus Brolus. I'm the illusion trainer. Easterus and I used to be adventurers, but we've retired here. Bruma is far from civilization, but we're ready for a little peace and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Be seeing you.
I don't think I use illusion very much.
I'm Surotan, proud owner of Nova Roma, a little piece of Heartland Empire here in the lofty Gerals. Yes? I wish I could say that. That's just not funny. Don't waste your flattery on me. Don't! Please! I'm sorry! That's just... Don't waste your... remark. No more! You're frightening me! What a dumb... Don't! Please! I'm sorry! What... Really? Interesting. You think that's funny? Well done. Not now. Don't! Please! I'm sorry! Yes! What non... Sorry. Really? Interesting. Bye.
No.
I'm Surotan.
Yeah, I know who you are. You
Go ahead.
already introduced yourself. How have you forgotten
Remark. Not now.
what you
Don't.
said just 2 minutes
What a
ago?
dumb joke. Don't waste your... Well done. Whatever you... What a dumb joke.
Okay, he doesn't like the joke, and
I wish I could say that.
oh, he does like boast.
Don't talk such rot.
Okay, he doesn't like admire or
I
joke.
accept. I have no choice.
So just remember AJ. He doesn't like AJ.
That's just not funny.
It's hysterically funny.
Really interesting. Don't waste your... That's yes, yes, whatever you say. Sorry. Don't waste your... What a great... No more. You're frightening me. No more. Not now. That's what a great story. What Sorry. I wish I could say... Don't, please. I'm sorry. Don't waste your... What a... Really? Whatever you want. Don't talk such rot. What a dumb joke. Whatever you... Really interesting. Don't talk such... You think... I wish I could... I accept. I have no choice. Sorry. I don't... I accept. Not now. I wish I could say that. What That's just... Really? Yes, yes, whatever you say.
Okay, he's maxed out as far as how far I can go with this training the speechcraft thing. So, tell me about Bruma.
No need to go to the Imperial City. Bruma may look like a Skyrim town, but we've got all the comforts of the warm Nibbanean South.
I would ask you about books, but that could be
What
dangerous.
can I interest you in?
That would be in what can I interest you? Try to use proper Cyrodiilian. I actually don't know what he specializes in, so... So it was playing through Bethesda games and then not leaving them that led me to learn more about the company, about the Elder Scrolls and Fallout 3 coming from the same company, that sort of thing. And again, it was mainly because I don't leave games permanently unless they're really bad. So I've never stopped playing the Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. I mean, obviously I've taken vacations. I'm not playing it 24 hours a day and all of that. But I've never put an end to playing it where I said, okay, I'm never going to play it again. Ever since it came out. So when other things would come out, I'd play those too. And I just started to notice that other than like the Civilization series and I think the movies, well, I was playing, even though I was playing the movies a lot and I was playing Civilization a lot, I was still playing Bethesda games the most. And then, you know, I was reading gaming magazines. There were 2 at the time. I don't remember what the other one was called. You can put it in the comments below if you want to. Obviously, there was PC Gamer, but there was also another one. And I subscribed to both of them back then.
An excellent bargain.
And obviously,
A good price for a good customer.
they were writing about Bethesda and Todd Howard and people like that. That's how I became
That seems a fair price.
acquainted with them as a topic. I mean, I've never talked to any of them.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
I would love to. I mean, imagine if I had
A fine transaction.
Todd Howard or Sid Meier or such a person
A fine transaction.
on this channel. It'd probably put us on the map. And I don't know why I keep saying us. I think it's just
That's a good deal.
how people talk. Because there is no company or buddies or whatever backing me. I just play video games. I upload the results with either no edits or as little editing as possible.
That's a fair deal.
To me, Todd looks
A good price for a good customer.
a little like Fallout Boy. Although I saw a Conan O'Brien thing where he really looked like him. The thing about Todd is he's probably a vampire because he never seems to age. I've been playing his games a
You've
long
made a
time.
good bit of gold.
And he looks essentially the same. As he did when I started this.
I can't make that deal.
So that may be why some Bethesda games
You got a great deal then.
seem
That seems a fair.
so obsessed with vampirism. Maybe it's in tribute to Todd Howard.
That seems a fair price. You've made a good bit of gold. An excellent bargain.
By the way, I don't even know what mod it was
That's... You drive a hot...
that have the extra dialogue topics in it that allows me to
That seems a fair price.
ask people about books they've read and stuff like that.
That's a fair deal.
I like it. It obviously needs to be updated
An
because
excellent bargain.
it has crashed my system more than once.
That's a good deal.
That's the kind of mods I like, are ones that make the situations feel more impactful, more real.
You've made a good bit of gold.
So when they've been around, I've always had like natural conversation mods.
That's a fair deal. That's more than a...
That's not why I told you to watch the
That's a
dialogue
good deal.
in this game, though. The reason I told you to watch the dialogue in this game is because they'll talk about the Emperor's
An
death.
excellent.
They'll talk about their quest, their little agendas and all that. And all you gotta do is just look around the area and you can see that the artifacts you can pick up and look at,
A
stuff
fine
you can hold,
transaction.
the stuff right in the room when they're saying these other things, is testifying
An excellent bargain.
to the opposite of what they're saying.
A fine. You've made a good price.
I guess they hope you won't investigate.
That's a fair deal.
And,
That's more than I'd usually pay.
you know, John Lennon once speculated about whether he would let his daughter marry a man who had short hair.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
And, you know, before you write me hate mail, I know John Lennon didn't have any daughters. He was just talking about prejudice in the world and how even people that are trying to be as far away from it as possible, they're prejudiced by how people look and things like that. So if you're the kind of person that believes men should have very short hair and wear ties everywhere, you're much more likely to be prejudiced against a guy with really long hair.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
And my point is, I wouldn't say prejudiced, but I don't have much in common with people that say, oh yeah, I played Skyrim for about 20 minutes, didn't like it. And they've never gone back to it. I don't understand such people. My mind immediately screams out, luckily only in my head so that they don't hear it and know what a maniac I am. But my mind immediately screams out, we have nothing in common.
That's a good deal.
I can't imagine any reason I'd need the 3 novice, mortal, and pestles, so...
A fine That's a good deal.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have sold those tomes. But I wasn't thinking. So chainmail is light armor, so I can keep those. And for anybody who hasn't been watching the previous episodes, other than shame on you, I'd like to say the reason I have so much to sell is because one of the mods I use lets me carry pretty much as I want.
That's a good deal.
I think it's the only one that others might consider to be a cheat mod. I don't use cheat mods, and I don't consider it cheating that I get to
more than I'd usually
loot the bodies of those that have tried to kill me. And although that, I don't consider it cheating at all. If they do, and if they're against cheating, then they should not do it.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
I don't know why I have only one Varless stone. You saw me pick up like 20 of them. I don't think I'm ever going to use the Shield of Order or whatever it is, because
Thank you for your patronage.
I don't usually use
Bye.
any shield at all.